What's your take on it? Where's it going? Been another solid week.
To the moon, I think, as Shukri would say. No, seriously, we've had a really interesting look at this. We've had a really, after the IEA, the International Energy Agency, decided that there would be no more new oil projects, and there were a few other things that they were tossing and browbeating about with oil and fossil fuels, and we're not going to be doing this after the 2021. And then OPEC just turned around and said, well, actually, no, actually, we don't agree. That's not what's happening. We're still going ahead with our projects. The faith was restored back into the oil markets, and it took off like you would not believe. There was a bit of a pullback during the week, and that was all to do with the US-Iran deal and sanctions and a few other bits and pieces. Didn't quite go according to plan, but never mind. Regardless, the big thing on Thursday, as Alexis has pointed out, there was the inventory count was minus 5.1 million barrels. What that actually means is the OPEC producing countries have restricted supply, and that pushed, obviously, demand up because they're keeping a handle on the supply, handle on supply, restricting or containing the production of oil right across, with a few other, little curveballs in there about a US-Iran thing that just isn't going well. And that's actually helped it to keep the supply down. Demand's going up, and the other thing that obviously flicked it up was just the US dollar taking a nosedive, because WTI at the end of the day is against the US dollar, and that's what we had. Regardless, Brent also took a hike. We're heading towards 70. We didn't quite get there on Friday. I thought we might have hit $70. We didn't. We got close. We came up to 69.70 odd. I was getting quite excited there, but we hit this weekly R2 and just came back and sat down and just sat at the top of this that consolidation area. So it's looking okay. Whether it keeps going, I think we're still in for a bit of a run on oil at the moment. Seasonally, yes, oil tends to keep going. As a adjunct offshoot, as Ash has said, we're looking at the CAD getting stronger. It's looking for a sell-off. So dollar CAD, when we're talking sell-off, we're talking about the CAD getting stronger against the US dollar. And if the US dollar keeps going down, we're going to see that oil is going to keep going up. It is just a seasonal bias as well. Not that it's an indicator. It's not an entry indication or anything like that. It's just a bias. At this time of the year, we do expect oil to rally as well. So with all those little fundamental things that have been happening, that have been going along as well, yeah, it's been a good week in the trenches for oil and gold, is all I can say. So yeah, I'm looking for it to continue on next week.
Cheers, Angie. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Looking for another solid week in oil. And I see something that's perhaps of all the stuff in the last few weeks been the most consistently directionally. There's been a lot of chop around, but oil has continued to do what oil does at the moment.